this is the process that I'm a little bit faster at. So once you get one complete, then it's easy peasy, man. Like, my staff will know immediately, like, okay, if it doesn't have a topper with it, then it's 100% complete. If it has a topper with it, then the note will say something like, missing such and such, blah, 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 blah. Now I gotta go get little bags. So what I do is I double bag a ton, all his little accessories. So that way, God forbid, the poly bag get a hole, they're a little bit more protected, if that makes any sense. Just watching so many bags rip and stuff a lot. I hate these things. And you just keep on going. Over and over and over again.
What character do you have there?
This is the Desert Specialist Officer. Cobra Officer. I mean, Cobra's got 700 officers. That's what I'm learning, dude, because I feel like every time I look at it, it's a new officer. Like, it's... But this is that tedious part, like... And what's crazy is, man, like, look, okay, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 items. It might be an $8 figure. You don't know. But yet, a figure with one gun could be $1,000, you know? Like... Tell you what, though, thank goodness for some of the websites. Speaking of Transformers, you know a really good website, man? Transformerland.com.
Mm-hmm.
I use that so much as a tool. Like, that's where I got all my Battle Beast information from.
I can't remember whether it was Tomart's or Lee's. It was one of the magazines that used to be out in the 90s and early 2000s. They did like Transformers G1 where they like, I mean, every issue had 1 or 2 like photos on the back where it had every accessory, the text spec. Like, it was perfect. Like, if you bought every issue and you assembled that, you had like a price guide, and it was neat.
Well, that's like the one guy that's at Retro. Again, don't know his name. He's been doing the toy checklist book, and it's really nice because it's like Rambo. It's like all these really tiny lines that there is no other reference pages for, right? So it makes it fun.
Those guys are doing God's work. They really are, because there's just not a lot out there.
Yep. 100%.
Well, you can find books on G.I. Joe or this or that or the other, but, you know, when was the last time you saw one that highlighted Max Steel's Robo-Force? So, like, you just don't see it, man.
That's the difference, man. I know Buddha. Yeah. He's doing the Toxic Crusaders.
Yeah.
That's his next one. And which is really cool because he did a lot of my collection in it. So I was like pretty excited for that.
He's such a good dude.
Yeah, oh my god. Definitely one of the nicer ones.
Mm-hmm. What you doing over there, Nikki?
Trying to find the accessories for this figure.
Yeah, she's working on a lot of Storm Shadows. Like, it's funny that, like, I was this weekend at the show, we're going over stuff, and she knows certain Joes that I'm looking for, and like she gave me like a proud moment because.
Are you talking about the budget story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I saw a figure that I really wanted, which was one of the Cobra Ninjas, the blue one, and there was a version that came with no swords, a version that came with silver swords or gray swords, and then a version came with black swords. And the one vendor next to me had one, and it's priced a little high for me. And I was like, no, I'm not going to get that. Like, I know I can get it cheaper, and I really, if I get one, I want it to be perfect, right? Like, I if I'm going to spend that much, it has to be, that's the best one for the collection, right? And she was like, I'm proud of you. Like, you didn't just buy it because it was there, you know, da-da-da. Next show, get it for half that price in pristine condition. I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. But, yeah, I went over my budget at both shows within an hour of each show. First thing, Toy Palooza. I'm at D&E. I'm at D&E's booth for, what would you say, bub? Maybe 10 minutes? Yeah. Budget maxed.
Well, you still had a little bit left over, but not much.
Yeah.
Because you had a bigger
I bought-
budget at the first show.
I bought like 60 Battle Beast.
Yeah, you had a bigger budget at the first show, but you bought Anthony stuff, so
Yeah.
there went
Then I
that.
spent almost $1,000 on Motu Classics from Spring and Anthony.
So there
So
went
I'm
that.
building my classics collection back up.
Wait a minute. I thought you were done with classics.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Didn't you say you were done with classics? You weren't going to collect them again?
Yeah.
Yep, he did.
Well, now I have glass cabinets for him to look nice in.
Oh, I see.
Justified.
So, right.
Oh, that's what he's doing.
Gotta have it. Alright, so they're done. Got an extra file card, so there's another one of those figures somewhere, because this is an extra. So, what I'm doing is, so this is the letter C, which I've skipped A and B, but I've been really trying to knock out any of the big bulk bags that have like a ton of the same figures. Like, see, here you go. So then, you use rubber bands on a lot of them, I guess, to hold things in. And I've noticed that the rubber bands like get sticky and dry to them. Like, yeah, that's a heap.
Yeah,
Figures.
rubber is terrible to use on.
But then see, like,
on
there's a
toys.
little knife on the side, and then look, there's gonna be a little black scope that goes on. Like, this is all stuff you got to pay attention to. Like, that little baby scope will come off there and go on the tip of that gun. So what I'll do is I'll get. How you doing, sir? Welcome. Look at a banker's lid. I got little scopes and stuff too. I love it when I have a bigger station, but it is what it is. Alright, so I'll go through. Okay, I got scope, gun, knife. Missing the knife, so grab a knife and I will put it in. Got gun. Missing the scope, so put the scope in. So this way they're all equal. Kind of space them out a little bit. Give them their stand. And you just keep going and going and going and going and you see what you got. But like, see, this is gold. They're black, so one of these must be different. Alright, so you're trying to, like, see, that red looks much brighter to me. And then just double checking. Again, I have no idea. Without, you know what I mean? I'm gonna give all a helmet. Oh my god. This is that tedious part, man. Crazy. Every day. Just a different toy line. Yeah, but I like this because I like Joe's. This would be like poison, I think, if like you weren't into it. Like, this is very, it's almost like it doesn't matter how fast you are, you're not going to get it all done. See, like, so I take the rubber bands off that he's got on there, and sometimes they'll leave like a real weird ring around the figure. And then I got lucky on that one. Scope, gun. Now, see, eyes like a hawk because that knife, this knife does not match the other knives I've been using. It was this knife that we're using. So, easy again. Very, very, very easy thing to overlook. Now, look, he's got that gold shoulder pad. Good chance that's with that one. Just, again, guessing. So I'll stick this one to the side, and maybe that knife does go to this one. And just keep going and going and going. Pull the rubber band crap off. Scope, gun. I need a knife. Need a knife. Scope, gun, knife. Super repetitious. Super repetitious.
So you want to explain what you're doing
Yeah,
now?
so what this will do is this guarantees me exactly what all was in this package. His scope, his gun, his little knife, his stand. But if you've noticed, I have 2 figures, right? Symbol's much bigger on the chest. Everything looks very similar. You go to the side, you have that gold right here. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lens and try to find him with that gold shoulder, see if I can find the packaging and go that way. So this is that, just narrowing it down. So we got lucky a lot because a lot of his stuff had card backs and stuff with them, file cards with them. So then it's really easy to match up at that point. But so I was treated at an angle so I can see that gold shoulder. Sucks to see like the pictures are never gonna, they're not gonna show me that gold soldier. So let me try this. Let me try. If I do the stand with the gold, maybe that will. Okay. Let's see. Cobra Trooper. The newer it is, the harder it is because there's less information out there to match things up. Like in this case, I'm literally trying to find that figure with that gold logo. And it's just getting harder and harder. No, I can't, man. But it's out there, so I just gotta hunt it down. So let's try one more time. This is frustrating the crap out of me. Oh, for one, I'm shooting the wrong one. So the logo is bigger and it's got the gold logo on the side. Come on. Be good to me, Google. This is that part, man, where you're just like...
The Google machine is failing you.
It is. God dang it. So here I am, 10 minutes in on the same figure.
Sure.
You, Sherry.
Sure.
It's right there next to this V1. It's a comparison photo. It's not the information I need. Jesus. Okay, so 25th. Let's try G.I. Joe, Cobra, Trooper, 25th.
This is actually kind of cool, though. It shows just how agonizing this can be sometimes to do this job.
Because you know it's there. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like it's all there. Like I have. Let me try to do it maybe with the stand. That's what I'm saying. So like, see, these are incomplete, but I don't want to put those weapons with these yet in case I might need that rifle for another figure down the road. So at the end of all this, I mean, I've got a massive pile already of incomplete figures, so we'll just sell them that way. But that's what we start to do. And then again, you get your box laid out and you go again, man.
On to the next.
Assuming just by looking, I'm seeing a human face and a non-human face, so obviously the human face I'm assuming is going to go with that. It probably has a helmet, etc. So what we'll do is we'll start with the ones with that human looking face, but see, then again you got that. So who knows? We'll get looking. See if it's the same, just like that. So then, Crossing Guard, Desert Infantry. I need to figure out any of these, and then there you go. Exact same figure with a different card. So did they do, that's, this is that I'll do is I'll go to G.I. Joe, Desert, Crimson. Yeah, we try to, again, like, we're trying to factor in all that stuff too when we're doing it to make it more fair, but like, spend massive hours on it. That's why usually Nick and I do a lot of this part, because I can't afford to just pay people to sit there for hours to look up 4 things, you know. For us to do it makes a lot more sense. So, okay, so it says a version 13B. So, could be that's like a version B card and that's a version A card. Same figure, just 2 different versions of the file cards come with it. I'm gonna write mock. I need to find it in packaging to verify properly. See, this is the G.I. Joe Crimson Guard Desert Infantry 25th Extreme Conditions Loose Complete. But no file card. No file card. Like, no file card. I'm not finding no file card. Like, it's pretty. But then there's the file card right there for $7. So I just gotta. I find it strange that there's none with in packaging. Go to unsold, see if someone has. So, okay. How is there none? Like, none of them are in package, dude.
Is that a package there?
Yep, 2 bios. Yep, so there's your 2 bios. Like I said, so it's just a version 1, version 2, per se. Okay, well, this is an easy figure, man, because he doesn't come with as many items. So, again, what I like to do is I find it nice to just, you set everything out. Okay, here's his 2 guns, here's his helmet. Everything is nice. You're not, double guessing anything. I'm gonna get rid of all these bags. They're trash to me. Crimson Guard's another like cool bad guy,
It's a great name.
It is like, Cobra has the best stuff. If you want to look up something really cool and fun, look up G.I. Joe Manimals. I got one, right? I got one, and like, first look at it, I'm like, it's not 94 because I know all the crazy ones, the aliens and stuff for that, so it's a little bit later. But I'm like, I don't collect anything pre-90 or after 94, right? So I'm like, but these I will because there's only 3. They're amazing. They're amazing. I got one on card. I'm gonna rip it open, but it was awesome. Awesome looking dude, like creature. It's the best way to put it. It's a creature. See, look, wrong gun. So I know this, I guess that way, that's complete. And then we just keep on running them down. See, look, it's the second one that came with that gun. So something's not right. I'll have to double check that there isn't a version that came with a different gun. You know what I mean? I don't believe so. I just think it's wrong. So, do it like this. So I'll start with all the full file cards first, or the card that figures. I'll do my naked ones over here. It's nice when they're like this, dude. Like, all I'm doing is converting it to my packaging. Like, it's the only thing good about collecting the modern stuff is, for the most part, it wasn't played with since the 80s. So conditions are good, guns are good. If they had an O-ring, it would be good. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, you didn't do any wear and tear to anything.
I mean, let's be honest. Nobody wants a blown out O-ring.
Yeah, nobody wants to beat up O-ring, dude.
Yeah.
That's a rough day.
Yeah.
Rough day at the playground.
Yeah.
But, I've got a brown-haired, I've got a black-haired, and I've got a bald. And then, if you notice the neck, It's black, and then cream color. So, assuming put him here, that they're there, and then you met like the pack's white, outlined in silver, black knee pads, black pack. So it's kind of where it gets a little bit more involved in figuring out what guns are what. Like this was here, this was here. So I gotta figure out that. I'm hoping that I could possibly find one on cards to match it. This makes it easier sometimes because then you just know you're following the right steps. But it ain't looking good. All these freaking figures. It's gonna have that white on the shoulders, kind of like that flint. Nope, alright, I just have to look it up the hard way. Let's see. This is the flint in disguise. See? So there's a good chance that two of these could easily be the flint in disguise.
So do they have the same body completely by the looks of it?
Mm-hmm. You just had the flint head. So it go like this. And then both got their knife. They need this like bluish gun. Which I've got one. Blue gun. Nope. Somebody's right missing gun. And there's the same gun but brown. So you gotta figure out who that went to. It's shows. That's what it is. It shows. Let's see what gun went with this guy though. I have a feeling it's this gun here. That would make the most sense.
The brown one or the rifle?
The rifle. It'll just be that standard black rifle. I'd almost bet on it. Yep. Yep. Who we got here, buddy? Shoulder rubber bands. So bad. I like to take the packs off because they'll it's almost like he glued the head on the helmet. Or unless certain ones don't come off. Oh wow, look at that super glue job. So that helmet's glued on. Probably just fell off too much, got frustrated. There's that rubber band residue. It's left all over it.
Here, let the camera see it.
Jojo Resolute Cobra Officer Action Figure. See, that's I don't even have that stand. But I know that this gun goes with it. So I'm gonna have two of those. Let me see if I can find that gun. Big black. So, completed those two. And they're going to be the Cobra officer. That looks painted on actually. Okay, so then what's nice about these is when they have the name on them, then you don't have to write it on the tag because it's already on the toy itself. But what I have to do now, that's random, is write complete glued helmet. Because the staff won't know that once it's in the bag. You know, they're not going to go check every head.
Oh!
That one's all yours,
I was
Wiser.
gonna say, Wiser got the
All yours,
got
buddy.
the tax there.
Yeah, he's like, don't worry, guys, I got that. Cheeto. Why do I drop so much stuff? I think I've been sorting G.I. Joe weapons. Like, they'd wake up in the hotel while we're at the show. It was 4:15 in the morning, and I was sorting G.I. Joe weapons. I didn't want to turn any lights on to wake anybody up, so I had my phone flashlight on. And I was just sitting there. I was just sitting there processing toys, and Josh and all them were like, "Are you seriously working right now?" And I was like, "It's how I am comfortable. I don't know. Like I do not enjoy doing nothing. Not when there's money to be earned. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to provide a good future for my family, and building this building in the time frame that I'm trying to do is astronomically insane. So it's like we have all the tools in front of us. It's up to us to have that willpower and that drive. Do you want to stay in bed until 8 o'clock, or do you want to get off your ass, get up at 6, process for 2 hours? That's 2 hours of processed goods for the store for a better future, a better tomorrow. Like, that's how I have to look at it. Like, yep, I do want to sleep in sometimes. Yep, I do just want to hang out with my buddies one night. Yep, it doesn't get me where I need to be any faster. Let me see, like, look at all these weapons that were with the wrong figure so far. That's why we don't try to process the incomplete ones yet, because Nikki or I or Spring or Heather might find the part to the next guy 2 figures from now. It's better just to keep putting them away. If they're incomplete, just keep putting them away. When you're all done and you're done with Joe's and you have a little bit of time, you lay it back out and you say, okay, let's go through the accessories again and see what we can find. So, like, here's a tray of just figures. So we'll start with this guy. I'm on the letter C. So I've got a knife. This got his gun. See, they've already written all my information on there for me. So, to give you a better idea, I like to straighten all those limbs out. It is really cool how, like, there are a few G.I. Joes that I've collected outside of my realm. Big Lob being one of them. I would like to have Pythona. I put a post up the other day. I was really hoping it would get a little bit more traction. But, like, what are the figures that weren't made in the vintage run that should have been? Because, like, the way I did my glass cabinets, I've got like a 15-inch gap where there's no figure. So I was like, it'd be cool to add the ones from the cartoon that weren't made. So, Cobra Vehicle Gunner. So there's that knife again. So I got a knife there. I got a knife there. I gotta see if we can find. See then this guy's knife's all silver, which we know it isn't supposed to be that. Okay, so I got 2 with a helmet, 2 without. Let's check helmets. Just keep on going down the assembly line, matching accessories based on what you can find. And you find out real fast how many accessories you don't have. Like, I try to have, like, my guns, my helmets, my backpacks, like, it's all in relatively order. So if it's not right here, I don't have it. like to know where else to look. You gotta find this gun. Now, what I like to do is does it have a scope? Does it have a long clip? So I'll put all the guns with scopes together. Like that. So I'm able to find it relatively quick. And I'll just put a gun with each one, and we're good to go. So the only one that will be incomplete is this one. It doesn't have, I'll take it from the gummy one. It doesn't have the little gun, and then I like to go over and see if I have any of the Cobra Diver cards. Nope. I do my card, I do my figure, I do my stand, I do my mini baggie. So that way the collector can see exactly what he's getting in every figure. Slide that in there. Stand. There you go. Cool. That tape idea is working. Ta-da! That's all.